Quanto tempo?
Time is money, friend! Keep it real! What can I do for you? Be good.
What can I do for you? Be careful.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I can't use that item yet.
Taboo. Glory to the Horde.
I have work for one such as you.
I need to get
Talk to
closer.
me. Glad I could help.
for the Alliance.
I wonder if it's ever struck you.
Personal experience, isn't it? That sting of being overlooked, ignored, or pushed aside, it cuts deep. There's no denying the pain it brings. It feels personal, like a direct blow to your sense of worth. And in those moments you might wonder, why me? What have I done to deserve this? But let's take a step back. What if that hurt isn't meant to destroy you, but to shape you? What if being ignored is not a punishment, but a catalyst? You see, the pain of being ignored has a peculiar way of forcing us to look inward. It nudges us into the uncomfortable space of self-reflection, a space we might otherwise avoid. In the silence of neglect, there's no distraction. It's just you alone with your thoughts, your doubts, and your fears. And while that sounds intimidating, it's also the beginning of something profound. Because here's the truth: we spend so much of our lives looking outward, seeking approval, validation, and acknowledgement from others. We measure our worth by how others perceive us, by the praise they offer, or by their willingness to make space for us in their lives. But when that approval is absent, when the world suddenly turns its back, we're left with no choice but to turn inward. And that's where the real work begins. Think about it. The pain you feel when someone ignores you, it isn't just about them. It's a reflection of the expectations you've placed on them to fulfill something within you. Maybe it's the expectation to be seen, to be loved, to be understood. But why are those expectations there in the first place? Why do we place the keys to our happiness in someone else's hands? This pain, this feeling of being overlooked, is an invitation to reclaim those keys. It's asking you to look at yourself, to identify the parts of you that still crave external validation, and to start letting go of that need. It's asking you to understand that your worth is not defined by anyone else's ability or inability to see you. Of course, this doesn't mean the pain disappears overnight. Growth rarely feels good in the moment. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, and it often feels like you're walking through a storm without a clear path. But remember, the most profound transformations come from those moments of discomfort. It's in the breaking down that we're rebuilt. You might not see it now, but being ignored is giving you a gift, the gift of time and space to focus on yourself. To ask the hard questions, what do I really value? Who do I want to be, independent of others' opinions? What parts of myself need nurturing, attention, and love? These are the questions that lead to growth, to strength, and to a deeper understanding of who you are. And as you begin to answer those questions, something remarkable happens. The sting of being ignored starts to lose its power. You realize that your worth has never been tied to someone else's acknowledgement of it. It's always been within you, waiting for you to see it. The world may not change the people who ignored you, might never come around. But you've changed, and that makes all the difference. So, if you find yourself in the depths of that pain, take heart. It's not the end of the story, it's the beginning of a transformation, a chance to grow stronger, to become more self-reliant, and to uncover the profound truth of your own value. The pain is temporary, but the lessons it offers are enduring. In the end, being ignored doesn't diminish you, it refines you. It pushes you to let go of what you thought you needed from others and discover the vast reservoir of strength within yourself. And that strength, that's where your true power lies. There's a strange thing about being ignored. It feels like a void, doesn't it?
What's up?
A space where once there was connection, attention, or warmth. And yet within that space there's an opportunity. It doesn't feel like it at first. It feels like rejection, like being dismissed or diminished. But what if, instead of focusing on the absence of others, we turned our attention to the presence of something greater, our inner strength?
Yo!
When someone ignores you, it often feels like they're taking something away from you. Perhaps it's their time, their validation, or the comfort of knowing you matter to them. But here's the shift in perspective. What they've taken away isn't the essence of who you are. What they've taken away is only the illusion that you needed them to feel complete. And once that illusion is stripped away, what remains is the raw, unfiltered you. That's where the real beauty lies. Imagine for a moment that being ignored is like standing in a clearing after a storm. The air is sharp and cold, the ground feels unfamiliar beneath your feet. But there's clarity in that space, there's stillness. And in that stillness you start to notice things you didn't before. The rhythm of your own breath, the strength of your own heartbeat, the quiet, persistent voice within that's been trying to reach you all along. You see, when others ignore you, they inadvertently create room for you to notice yourself. About what's waiting to be discovered. So ask yourself, who am I when no one is looking? What do I truly value, independent of anyone else's opinions? These are not easy questions. They can feel unsettling because they force us to confront the parts of ourselves that we might not fully understand. But they are essential questions. They lead us to a place of authenticity, a place where we no longer measure our worth by how others treat us. Now, I'm not saying that being ignored doesn't hurt. Of course it does. It touches that vulnerable part of us that wants to be seen and acknowledged. But if you can sit with that pain, even for a little while, you'll find something unexpected beneath it. You'll find resilience. you'll find a deep well of inner strength that isn't shaken by someone else's lack of attention. The truth is, being ignored can be a form of liberation. It frees you from the constant need to perform, to please, or to conform to someone else's expectations. It allows you to focus your energy inward, to build a foundation of self-worth that isn't dependent on external validation. And once you've built that foundation, you become unshakable. You stop chasing after people who don't see your value because you already know it yourself. Think about this. The universe often works in ways we don't immediately understand. What feels like rejection might actually be redirection. Perhaps the person who ignored you wasn't meant to stay in your life. Perhaps their absence is making room for someone who will truly see and value you for who you are. Or perhaps, just perhaps, their absence is teaching you that you don't need anyone else to validate your existence. In the silence of being ignored, there's an invitation to grow, to evolve, to become. And though it may feel uncomfortable, even painful, it's also an opportunity, a chance to step into your own power and redefine your sense of self. So the next time you feel the sting of being overlooked, take a moment to breathe. Shift your focus from what's missing to what's present. And remember, your worth isn't tied to someone else's attention. It's yours to define, yours to embrace, and yours to carry forward. And here's the beauty of it. Once you understand this, truly understand it, the actions of others lose their power to hurt you. Because you'll know deep in your core that you are enough exactly as you are, and that, my friends, is the kind of strength that no one can take away. When someone ignores you, it can feel like an affront to your very existence. It's as if they're saying, without words, that you don't matter, that your presence is negligible. That sting is sharp, personal, and immediate. But what if the act of being ignored isn't about you at all? What if it says more about them than it does about your worth? People act from their own realities, their own stories, their own struggles. Someone ignoring you may be carrying a burden you cannot see. They might be overwhelmed, distracted, or lost in their own world of uncertainties and fears. And while it's natural to interpret their behavior as a slight, it's worth pausing and asking, is this really about me so often? The answer is no. Their actions are a reflection of their state of mind, not your value as a person. But let's take this a step further. Even if someone's choice to ignore you stems from a deliberate intent to wound or belittle, the deeper truth remains their actions cannot define you. You are not what someone else thinks of you, nor are you the fleeting priority in another person's day. Your worth is not contingent on someone's acknowledgement or approval. In fact, allowing their neglect to dictate your emotional state only hands them power they do not deserve. Now, this is not to suggest that we should accept mistreatment or dismiss our feelings entirely. Ignoring is often a subtle form of manipulation or control, designed to destabilize you, to make you question yourself. But here's the thing, the moment you stop seeking answers from the person ignoring you, you reclaim your power. Their behavior no longer controls you because you've shifted your focus inward to the only place where your true worth resides. What's fascinating is how this dynamic changes when you stop reacting. Silence has a strange way of unsettling people who expect their actions to provoke. By not giving them the reaction they seek, you maintain your balance, your peace, and your dignity. Their silence then becomes their burden to bear, not yours. And in this way, being ignored becomes less of an injury and more of a revelation, a glimpse into their own struggles, insecurities, or lack of emotional maturity. Imagine standing in a room where someone has turned their back to you. The natural instinct is to reach out, to try to turn them around, to seek validation. But what if instead you turned and walked away? Not out of anger or bitterness, but out of a quiet understanding that their choice to look elsewhere doesn't diminish your light. You remain as you are, whole and radiant, regardless of where their gaze falls. And this shift in perspective leads to freedom. You no longer feel the need to chase, to convince, to prove. You realize that your worth isn't up for negotiation. It's not something someone else can grant or take away. It simply is. And this realization is profoundly liberating. It means you can approach relationships from a place of strength rather than need, connection rather than dependency. By refusing to let someone's indifference define you, you send a powerful message to them, yes, but more importantly, to yourself. The message is this: I see myself, even if you don't. It's a declaration of self-respect, a reminder that you are whole and complete, regardless of how anyone else chooses to act. Life will always bring encounters with people who challenge our sense of self-worth. That's inevitable. But each encounter is an opportunity to reaffirm your inner strength, to remind yourself of the unshakable foundation within. Their actions may cause ripples on the surface, but they cannot touch the depths of who you truly are. So the next time you feel the sting of being ignored, let it be a moment of clarity rather than confusion. A chance to separate their actions from your worth, and above all, remember the light within you doesn't dim because someone chooses not to see it. That light is yours to nurture, yours to cherish, and it shines just as brightly whether or not anyone else notices.
Yo!
When people ignore you, it can feel deeply isolating,
Tug, tug.
almost as though a wall has been built between you and the rest of the world. But there is something profound to discover in that solitude. Moments like these are invitations, not punishments.
Mogra!
They are the universe's way of drawing you
Blood
inward,
and thunder.
urging you to listen to the quiet voice within, the one we so often drown out with the noise of everyday life. In our constant pursuit of connection and validation, we often overlook the richness of solitude. When others turn away, it's natural to want to fill that void with explanations, distractions, or even anger. But if you resist that impulse, if you lean into the stillness instead, something remarkable happens. You begin to hear yourself again. The silence that seemed so oppressive at first becomes a space of clarity, a sanctuary where you can reconnect with your own essence. Being ignored can teach you one of life's most profound lessons, that your peace or sense of self cannot depend on anyone else. Think about how often we anchor our happiness to external things, people, achievements, or circumstances. And when those things shift, as they inevitably do, we feel unmoored. But the truth is, the foundation you seek is already within you. The act of being ignored, painful as it may feel, can serve as a gentle nudge to return to that inner foundation. And let's consider this from another angle. Sometimes when others ignore you, it's their way of showing you that they cannot meet you where you are. Not everyone is equipped to value the depth, the uniqueness, the truth of who you are. That's not a reflection of your inadequacy, but rather of their limitations. Their silence is a kind of mirror, revealing where they stand in their own journey. And once you see it that way, you no longer feel the need to chase after their attention. You can let them be just as you let yourself be. But here's where it gets truly transformative. When you stop seeking validation from others, you begin to move through the world with a quiet confidence, an inner radiance that doesn't depend on outside acknowledgement. This isn't about pretending not to care or shutting yourself off emotionally. It's about cultivating a deep sense of self-respect and knowing that you are enough as you are. From this place of wholeness, you no longer feel threatened by someone's indifference. You see it for what it is, a fleeting moment, a passing shadow, nothing more. In fact, the irony is that when you detach from the need to be noticed or validated, people often take notice. They sense the shift in your energy, the calm self-assurance that doesn't demand their attention but naturally draws it. This is the paradox of life. The more you release your grip on something, the more freely it flows to you. Now, this isn't to say you should shut people out or avoid meaningful relationships. Connection is a vital part of being human. But there's a difference between sharing your life with others and handing over the keys to your happiness. When you learn to stand in your own light, relationships become richer, freer, and more authentic. You engage with others not from a place of need, but from a place of mutual respect and understanding. The moments when you feel ignored are not the end of the story. They are the beginning of a deeper understanding, a chance to reconnect with yourself in ways you might have overlooked. This is your opportunity to grow, to find peace within, and to let go of the weight of others' opinions. When you stop allowing their silence to define you, you discover that your voice, your essence, has always been enough. So, if you find yourself in that space of silence, embrace it. Let it teach you, guide you, and remind you of the unshakable truth your worth is not up for debate. It doesn't waver with someone else.
Consider for a moment the nature of doing. What does it mean to do? We say, I am a doctor, I am a teacher, I am an artist, but are we really these things? Or are we playing at being these things like actors on a stage, donning costumes and reciting lines? You see, when we tell people what we do, we're not really telling them about ourselves. We're telling them about a role we play, a mask we wear. We're defining ourselves by our function in society, by the cog we represent in the great machine of civilization. But is that who we truly are? Let's ponder this. When you say, I am a lawyer, what are you really saying? You're saying, I spend a significant portion of my time engaged in activities related to the practice of law. But does that define you? Is that the sum total of your existence? Of course not. You are so much more than that. You are a conscious being, a miracle of the universe, a collection of atoms that has somehow gained awareness and the ability to contemplate its own existence. You are a lover, a dreamer, a thinker, a feeler. You are joy and sorrow, hope and fear, curiosity and wonder. But when we tell people what we do, we reduce ourselves to a label, a category, a box that society has created for us. We limit ourselves and we invite others to limit us as well. We become our job, our profession, our role. And in doing so, we lose sight of the vast, infinite potential that lies within us. Think about it this way. When you meet someone new and they ask you, what do you do? What they're really asking is, how do you fit into the societal structure I understand? How can I categorize you? How can I judge your worth based on the arbitrary values our culture has assigned to different professions? It's a game, you see. A game we all play, often without realizing it. We size each other up based on these labels, these roles. We make assumptions, we create expectations, we build walls and boundaries. But what if we didn't play this game? What if, instead of telling people what we do, we told them who we are? What if we shared our passions, our dreams, our fears, our hopes? What if we connected on a deeper level beyond the superficial categorizations of society? Imagine meeting someone and instead of saying, I'm an accountant, you said, I'm fascinated by the patterns in numbers and I find joy in bringing order to chaos. Instead of saying, I'm a nurse, you said, I'm driven by a deep desire to alleviate suffering and bring comfort to those in pain. Do you see the difference? In the first instance, you're defining yourself by your function. In the second, you're revealing your essence, your true nature. You're inviting a genuine connection, a real understanding. But it goes even deeper than that. When we constantly tell people what we do, we're not just limiting how others see us, we're limiting how we see ourselves. We begin to believe that we are our job, our role, our function. We forget that we are, first and foremost, human beings, mysterious, complex, ever-changing, and infinitely potential. Consider the Zen koan. What was your original face before your parents were born? It's a riddle designed to break the mind free from conventional thinking, to point to a truth beyond words and concepts. In the same way, by refusing to define ourselves by what we do, we open ourselves to the possibility of discovering who we really are beneath all red. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but Alan, isn't what we do a part of who we are? Doesn't our work, our profession, our daily activities shape us and reflect something true about us? And you're not wrong. Our actions, our choices, the way we spend our time, these things do shape us and express something of our nature. But here's the key, they are not the whole of us. They are not even the most important part of us. They are, at best, a partial and imperfect reflection of a much larger, much more complex reality. And think of it like this. Imagine you're looking at a vast, beautiful landscape, mountains, forests, rivers, fields stretching as far as the eye can see. Now imagine trying to capture that landscape with a single photograph. No matter how skilled you are, no matter how good your camera, that photograph will never capture the full reality of the landscape. It will be, at best, a limited perspective, a frozen moment, a tiny slice of the whole. That's what happens when we define ourselves by what we do. We're trying to capture the vast, complex landscape of our being with a single snapshot. We're reducing the infinite to the finite, the dynamic to the static, the mysterious to the mundane. But why do we do this? Why do we cling so desperately to these labels, these roles, these definitions? It's because we're afraid. We're afraid of the unknown, of the undefined, of the limitless potential within us. It's much easier, much safer to say, I am this or I do that, than to admit I am a mystery even to myself. You see, when we tell people what we do, we're seeking certainty in an uncertain world. We're trying to create a fixed point, a stable identity in the ever-changing flow of existence. We're like children clinging to a life raft in a vast ocean, afraid to let go and discover that we can swim. But here's the beautiful paradox. It's only by letting go of these fixed definitions, these limiting labels, that we can truly discover who we are. It's only by embracing the mystery, the uncertainty, the infinite potential within us that we can begin to live authentically. So my friends, I invite you to try an experiment. The next time someone asks you, what do? Don't give them the easy answer. Don't fall back on your job title or your role in society. Instead, pause, take a deep breath. Look within yourself and ask, who am I really? What moves me? What inspires me? What do I love? What do I fear? What do I dream of? And then share that. Share your passion, your curiosity, your wonder at the history of existence. Share your hopes, your fears, your dreams. Share your humanity. Humanity. You might say something like, I'm exploring what it means to be alive in this extraordinary universe. Or I'm on a journey of self-discovery, learning something new every day, or even I'm still figuring that out, and I'm excited to see where life takes me. Now, I know what you're thinking. But Alan, that's not practical. People need to know what we do. We need jobs. We need to function in society, and you're right, of course. I'm not suggesting that you quit your job or refuse to ever tell anyone what you do for a living. That would be absurd. What I'm suggesting is a shift in perspective, a change in emphasis. Instead of leading with what you do, lead with who you are. Instead of defining yourself by your function, define yourself by your essence. Because here's the truth, what you do is not who you are. It's a part of you, yes, but it's not the whole of you. You are so much more than your job, your role, your function in society. You are a living, breathing miracle of the universe, a conscious being capable of love, of creativity, of wonder, of growth. And when you stop telling people what you do, when you stop defining yourself by your function, you open yourself up to the possibility of real connection, real growth. You allow yourself to be seen, and to see others as full, complex human beings, not just as cogs in a machine or players in HUD. But it's not easy, is it? Our society is built around these labels, these categories. From the moment we're born, we're asked, what do you want to be when you grow up, as if we need to choose a single role, a single identity, and stick with it for life. But life isn't like that. Life is fluid, dynamic, ever-changing. We are not fixed entities, but processes. We are not nouns, but verbs. We are not beings, but becomings. Think about it. Are you the same person you were 10 years ago, 5 years ago? Yesterday? Of course not. You're constantly changing, growing, evolving. Your interests shift, your passions evolve, your understanding deepens. So why do we insist on defining ourselves with static labels? It's because we're afraid of change. We're afraid of the unknown. We're afraid of the vast, infinite potential within us. It's much easier to say, I am this or I do that, than to admit I am becoming, I am evolving, I am exploring. But here's the secret, that fear, that uncertainty, that's where the magic happens. That's where growth occurs. That's where life really begins. When you stop telling people what you do, when you stop defining yourself by your function, you create space for possibility. You open yourself up to new experiences, new perspectives, new ways of being. You allow yourself to be surprised by life, to be delighted by the unexpected, to be transformed by the unknown. Think of it like this. Imagine a myriad artist. Every day you go to your studio and paint. You tell everyone I'm a painter, and yes, that's true. But is that all you are? Is that the sum total of your existence? Of course not. You're also a lover of beauty, a seeker of truth, a creator of worlds. You're someone who sees the extraordinary in the ordinary and the ordinary, who finds magic in the mundane. You're someone who struggles with self-doubt, who experiences moments of transcendent joy, who grapples with the big questions of existence. But when you simply tell people, I'm a painter, you rob them, and yourself, of the opportunity to connect with all those other aspects of your being. You reduce the vast, complex landscape of your existence to a single brushstroke. Now imagine instead that when someone asks what you do, you say, I explore the interplay of light and shadow, seeking to capture moments of beauty and truth on canvas, or I'm on a journey of self-discovery through color and form, constantly amazed by the power of art to transform both the creator and the viewer. Do you see the difference? In the first instance, you're defining yourself by your function. In the second, you're inviting the other person into your world, sharing your passion, your perspective, your essence. And here's the beautiful thing. When you do this, when you share your essence rather than your function, you invite others to do the same. You create a space for genuine connection, for real understanding. You allow for the possibility of true meeting, of soul touching soul. Because the truth is, we're all seeking connection. We're all longing to be seen, to be understood, to be appreciated for who we truly are. But we've been taught to hide behind these labels, these roles, these functions. We've been conditioned to believe that our worth is determined by what we do, not by who we are. But that's a lie. A dangerous, soul-crushing lie. Your worth is not determined by your job title, your salary, your status in society. Your worth is inherent, innate, unquestionable. You are worthy simply because you exist, because you are a conscious being, a part of this extraordinary universe. So, my friends, I challenge you, stop telling people what you do. Start sharing who you are. Start exploring the vast, infinite potential within you. Start embracing the mystery, the uncertainty, the wonder of existence. Because here's the truth, you are not your job, you are not your role. You are not your function in society. You are a miracle of consciousness, the unique expression of the universe, a being of infinite potential. And when you stop defining yourself by what you do, when you stop limiting yourself with labels and categories, you open yourself up to the possibility of true growth, true connection, true living. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but Alan, isn't this all a bit impractical? We live in the real world after all. We need jobs, we need to function in society, and you're right, of course. We do live in the real world. We need to function in society. But here's the thing. The real world is not as real as we think it is. The structures of society, the roles we play, the games we engage in, these are all constructs. They're useful fictions that we've created to help us navigate the complexity of existence. But they're not reality itself. Reality is far more vast, far more mysterious, far more wonderful than any construct we could create. And when we cling too tightly to these constructs, when we mistake the map for the territory, we limit ourselves. We close ourselves off from the full richness of existence. Now think about it this way. When you were a child, did you ever play make-believe? Did you ever pretend to be a doctor or a teacher or a firefighter? And when you were playing, didn't you become fully immersed in that role? For a time you were that doctor, that teacher, that firefighter. But then the game ended. You took off your costume, you put away your props, and you were just you again. You didn't say, I am a doctor or I am a firefighter. You knew it was just a game, a role you were playing. Well, my friends, in many ways our adult lives are not so different. We put on our suits. Our uniforms are professional personas. We play our roles in the great game of society. But just like in childhood, these are roles we're playing. They're not who we truly are. The problem is we've forgotten that it's a game. We've become so identified with our roles that we've forgotten who we are beneath the costume, behind the mask. We've forgotten that we are first and foremost human beings, mysterious, complex, ever-changing, and infinitely potential. So when I say never tell people what you do, what I'm really saying is, remember that it's a game. Remember that you are more than your role, more than your job, more than your function in society. Remember that you are a conscious being, a miracle of the universe, a unique expression of existence itself. And when you remember this, when you stop identifying so strongly with what you do, something magical happens. You become free. Free to explore, free to grow, free to change. Free to be who you truly are rather than who society expects you to be. Because here's the truth. You are not static. You are not fixed. You are not a finished product. You are a process of becoming a journey. You are life itself, expressing itself through your unique form. So instead of telling people what you do, tell them who you are becoming. Tell them what you're passionate about, what you're curious about, what you're struggling with, what you're learning. Share your journey, your process, your becoming. You might say, I'm exploring the mysteries of the human mind, constantly amazed by the power of consciousness, or I'm on a journey of self-discovery, learning to express my inner truth through music, or even I'm grappling with the big questions of existence, seeking meaning and purpose in a complex world. Do you see how different this is from simply stating your job title? Do you see how it invites genuine connection, real understanding? Do you see how it opens up possibilities rather than closing them down? Now, I know what some of you are thinking. But Alan, won't this make social interactions more difficult? Won't it be awkward and uncomfortable? And yes, it might be at first. We're so used to the easy shorthand of job titles and roles that stepping outside of that can feel strange, even frightening. But consider this. Is the discomfort of authentic connection really worse than the soul-crushing emptiness of superficial interaction? Is the awkwardness of real meeting really more painful than the loneliness of hiding behind a mask? Because that's what we're doing when we define ourselves solely by what we do. We're hiding. We're presenting a carefully curated image to the world, a simplified version of ourselves that's easy to understand, easy to categorize. But in doing so, we're denying our true complexity, our true depth, our true potential. And not only that, we're denying others the opportunity to truly know us, to connect with us on a deeper level. We're robbing ourselves and others of the possibility of real relationship, real understanding, real love. So yes, it might be uncomfortable at first. It might feel strange, even scary. But isn't that how all growth begins? Isn't that how all transformation occurs? By stepping out of our comfort zone, by embracing the unknown, by daring to be our authentic selves. And here's the beautiful thing. When you stop telling people what you do, when you start sharing who you are, you give others permission to do the same. You create a space for authentic connection, for real meeting. You invite others to drop their masks, to step out of their roles, to be their true selves. Imagine a world where we all did this. Imagine a society where we valued each other not for our functions, but for our essence, where we appreciated each other not for what we do, but for who we are, where we connected not through superficial labels, but through genuine understanding. What kind of world would that be? What kind of relationships would we have? What kind of society would we create? I believe it would be a world of greater empathy, greater understanding, greater love. A world where we see each other not as cogs in a machine, but as fellow travelers on this extraordinary journey of existence. A world where we appreciate the unique gifts that each of us brings, regardless of our job title or social status. But it begins with us. It begins with you. It begins with the simple, radical act of refusing to define yourself by what you do, of daring to be more than your role, more than your function, more than society's expectations. So, my friends, I challenge you, the next time someone asks you, what do you do, take a deep breath. Look within yourself. And instead of giving them the easy answer, the job title, the role, share something of your true self. Share your passion, your curiosity, your wonder at the mystery of existence. Tell them not what you do, but who you are. Tell them not your function, but your essence. Tell them not your role in the game of society, but your place in the vast, beautiful tapestry of existence. Because you are so much more than what you do. You are a conscious being, a miracle of the universe, a unique expression of life itself. You are a mystery, even to yourself. You are a journey, a process of becoming. And when you embrace this truth, when you stop defining yourself by what you do and start exploring who you truly are, you open yourself up to the full richness of existence. You allow yourself to grow, to change, to evolve. You create space for real connection, real understanding, real love. So, my dear friends, never tell people what you do. Instead, show them who you are. Share your essence, your passion, your truth. Invite them into your world, your journey, your becoming. Because in the end, it's not what we do that matters. It's who we are. It's how we love. It's how we grow. It's how we contribute to the grand, beautiful, ever-unfolding mystery of existence. And that, my friends, is something far too vast, far too wonderful to be captured by any job title, any role, any function. That is the true miracle of your being. That is the gift you have to offer the world. So offer it freely. Share it boldly. Live it fully. And never, ever let yourself be defined by what you do, because you are so much more than that. You are life itself, expressing itself through your unique form. And that is a wonder beyond words, a mystery beyond measure, a gift beyond price. Remember this, my friends. Embrace it. Live it. And watch as your world transforms, as your relationships deepen, as your life expands into unimagined possibilities. For when you stop telling people what you do, you create space for who you truly are to emerge. And in that space, in that openness, in that freedom, life can unfold in all its extraordinary richness and beauty. So go forth, my friends. Be bold. Be authentic. Be yourselves. And never ever let yourselves be limited by the labels society tries to impose on you, for you are so much more than any label, any role, any function. You are life itself, in all its mystery and wonder. And that is something truly worth sharing. Thank you, my friends. May you always remember the vastness of your being, the infinity of potential, the wonder of your existence. And may you always have the courage to be your true selves, beyond any role, any function, any label. For in that truth, in that authenticity, lies the key to real living, real loving, real being. And that, my friends, is the greatest adventure of all.
How you doing, man? What you want? Hello, man. How you doing, man? What is it? What now?
What can I help you with? Strength and honor.
What you want?
Strength and honor.
Zug zug. For the Horde. What can I do for you? Make what is it?
What you
I am forsaken.
What do you require?
Speak quickly. This had better be good.
I am forsaken.
Sung. Strength. For the Horde. Go with honor. It's too far away. What do you need? Strength.
What is it? Our time will come.
better be good.
And you are?
Hey, gentle. Hanging out. Table. What's up? What's up? What you been up to? How you doing today?
That's still recharging.
Grinding as usual? No. Well, technically, it is. But it's not. This is World of Warcraft. You never seen World of Warcraft? We'll have a guild challenge. Whoever can do this hardcore challenge from 160 hardcore, I'm giving them a guild shard. No, not yet. They have tokens. They have a private server. Not really, unless we make it to. Unless I make it. Unless I make it. No, it's not. Unless somebody incentivizes you to play it, which is sorta. I mean, incentivize you guys to play. If you guys can make it to level 60, you earn a shard. And if you get to level 60 with slow and steady, you get 2 shards. So that's not really. I mean, Web3 is whatever will make it, right? Whenever you get paid to play, it's fine. But nah, not the game by itself. You don't go in there. There's no token. There's a turtle token. There's this turtle token, but it's not on blockchain. It's their own token for cosmetics and some bags and stuff. So at least not yet. Hopefully one day. Hopefully these tokens I got. And if you get to 1 through 60, you get 200 tokens for free. 200 turtle tokens. And you can use it to buy some stuff. In-game stuff, of course. Yeah, I just want to finish my hardcore. I've been trying to for a while now. I did it early this year, but I died at level 57. Which is pretty sad. Yeah, we're gonna do it over again. Yeah, what have you been playing besides Pixels?
I can't cast that.
Laid low. So it's holiday season. Gotta do that. You never lay low from Web3. You're 24/7 in there. You're just looking low. But yeah, spend time with family. Hope you have a good Christmas. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving.
I'm out of range. I'm out of range. It's too far.
Oh shit, I already got it. Okay. Let's get out of here. Those are elites. Dangerous. These are elites. They're dangerous. Okay, I think it's over here. I better not do it. If I get tagged, I'm dead. My VIP on Tixo expired. They renew it. Yeah, I don't know if it's kind of worth doing. I would just like level up my stuff right now. I haven't been grinding that hard pick, so just well, I'm a landowner, so at least they gave. That's pretty cool because before that I wouldn't even review it. They probably saw a lot of landowners didn't review, so they give VIP to landowners for free. Oh, there he is. Can I get up there? It's from the inside. Damn. $33. Damn, should I even be here? I don't think I'm in the right place. I'm gonna go back. Oh shit, I've never been here. Western Plague Lands? Syndicate Humanoids. Damn, I don't know. Aw, shit. Aw, shit. Damn. $39. $36. $36. This is a new place. Kind of scared. Never been through this way before. I fell down the mountain. I need to get to here. Usually you go from here. Okay. There we go. You know which weapon is paying really good right now? Nexus. Nexus is paying at like it's worth $2 worth of tokens right now every day. Oh, but you need a pass, which is like $20. If you're not in silver, so there is a little requirement, you know. But it's still really taking off. What? Brute. Oh. Another hour here. 37.
It's too far away. It's too far away. I can't cast that yet. I'm out of range. Spell isn't ready.
Alright. Almost there. Almost there, Cable.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I can't cast that yet. My mana is low. Not enough mana. I need more.
Oh shit, some bloodthirst. 60.
It's too far. That's still recharging. I don't have the time. That's still recharging. I can't cast that.
There's a rare in here that drops a very nice weapon for me. I hope I can maybe find him. I don't know if I wanna. I don't think I can kill him. Somebody always been here.
I can't just. That smell is already here.
Oh, I'm scared of dungeons.
is it? Goodbye.
What now? Dark Lady, watch over you.
I think we get to 30-some today. I never done this. I hope it doesn't get me killed. I think I'm over level. Should be alright. Level 1? Level 11? What the hell is he doing here?
That spell is immediate. The spell isn't ready yet.
Somebody's here already. Kira! Keyboard Kira. Which class would you recommend for this one? If you're new, go for a hunter, probably. Hunter's the easiest for hardcore. Or a warlock. Oh, never mind then. Alright. Go about your business. What kind of class are you? Oh, never mind. Go ahead and do your thing. Where's my fire? Ceremonial Pyresis. Right here? You talking to Ape? What was he playing? What game are you playing? I mean, asking about class.
Charging.
Probably MMO of some sort. Yeah, thanks. Hey, Kira. How you doing? What game are you asking about the classes? It's funny. Oh, Raven Quest. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the hot game right now. Oh yeah, go do your thing. Go do your thing. Yeah, I'm hearing something about it. Tell me about it when you guys play it. I'll play it when you guys say it's okay to play. Okay, I'm supposed to go in this cave. And I don't think I want to go in that cave. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go in there. Oh, no, no, no. Nope. Alright, where do I go now? Desolace. I'm gonna get rid of it. 30 gold. Abandon these. $36. Do I go to Kargath? Or back to Strangleville?
And you are.
Okay, where do I
Do
go?
not seek
Return to
death.
Dock, that's one marsh. This goes back to Booty Bay. I go back to Booty Bay, then we go to Tiger Mastery, return to Thrag. Okay, that's Swallow Marsh. That's where I go.
Hello. Darkness.
Alright, break time. Raven Quest looks like Ultima Online. Does look pretty cool. It's Engen quests. I never got there. Oh, offhand. Nah. I still have this stupid skull. I should just use it. 37. I'll be later by myself. I got that crap.那都是搞你的。算我们的房子的 mortgage 啊。Big sack of lizard. What is this? Quest item. What? Must be a turtle.你哪儿找得到衣服？
You need something?
他给狗的衣服啊？
See you around.
Seven, 14, resistance, fire resistance, nature resistance, 37.
Hey there. Be careful.
Time is money, friend. Glad I could help.
Just for the marsh.
What's up? blood and thunder. Go forth to victory. Loktar.
这个世界当然需要地图，所以你才晓得你在哪儿噻。他们的网不好。 scary. Wow, 真的是和他一模一样。Yeah. 啊。他没用，你就把它挂掉，他就回去了噻。啊，那么讨厌。
Mogra! Stop!
嗯？睡觉。你不吃了？你不吃了？啊，直接，你说从锅弄出来，我弄出来了，是用汤煮还是就 microwave？ Alright。今天没上班啊？我在。哪个啊？要用那个啊？都不来。我在。 我不晓得，我不晓得是哪个噻。他叫啥子名字嘛？我不说，我说那个。
Loktar, may your blades never dull. What do you need? For the Horde. What can I help you with? Blood and thunder! Stronghold! Blood and thunder! battle howl. For the Horde. I can't cast that yet. Blood and thunder.
Can I help you? Be seeing you. You have a great day now.
I can't cast that yet.
Alright, I gotta go take a break. Continue later. Thanks for hanging out. Back later.